I think we executed very well. We kind of like we're just patient and just like let things happen.
Just how important is it to just stay calm and composed in those situations, so you guys aren't getting frazzled, just knowing what to do what you can out there?
Um, it's very important to like keep our composure and all just stay together as a team and just have each other's backs. And I think we did that today.
What was the message coach was giving to you guys throughout overtime there?
Um, so you're just saying that we got it. Like we just have to stick together. Don't panic. And we also like just for me, I just told my team like we just have to stick together and like we're right here. Like we just have to take it.
You've been in a lot of these close games before. How nice is it to come up on this side of it again?
It's pretty stressful, but it's good to come out with the win.
I mean, really, you guys had three close games all weekend. What do you think you learned just from Friday's game, to be able to answer and get two wins in a row here this weekend?
Well, I think Friday's game was like a learning lesson, kind of just like the stuff that we just went over and just kind of like executing it later on down the line for the week. But I think we pretty much stuck together and was able to execute. And even when we were told something different, like we were able to go out and change it.
What do you think's been different about this team so far this year?
Um, I think we just like know how to stay together and just keep fighting when it gets hard. Like I don't know, we're kind of like tough.
But just how important is that, having that kind of toughness, especially when you get in these tough situations?
It's very good. I think. I don't know. It just like I think it's just like a learning lesson for all of us, no matter like how hard it gets and like what situations we're put in, just to like be on our X's and O's and just kind of like execute and stick together. And when things get hard, just kind of like find a way to win.
I think it was a great weekend for us. We stuck together. We fought. It shows what kind of team we can be and what kind of team we are. So I thought it was a good weekend.
Just how important is it in those tough situations, as an older player on this team, to help keep the younger ones and the rest of the team composed?
Oh, it's very important. I think as a point guard, that's kind of your job, just to keep everyone together. And I think I have that experience and I have that voice on the team that I'm able to do that.
What's the transition just kind of been like for you, I guess? I mean, this is a new system, but I mean, you're very experienced playing college ball, meshing in. It seems like you're a natural out there. You're fitting in very well with the system and everything that Coach Levens is asking of you.
Yeah, I think the system that they run here, if it's perfect, I'm able to do what I do best and get my teammates involved, and I just think it's been a great fit so far.
You guys talk about just, being in these close games. Friday was a close game, but then to come out on this side of it, do you think you guys built off some momentum now these last 2 days?
Yes, I think it shows what we're capable of, and I think, that gives us the confidence going into our next games, and we know what we're capable of. So I think, yeah.
And just overall, what do you think you guys still really need to work on?
Um, that's tough.
I know it's kind of open-ended, but
No, I think, continuing to execute and not having ups and downs, like, just staying together the full game and not waiting till the end, really, to come together.
I'm just so proud of our team. I thought they were extremely resilient and really unbothered, regardless of what the score was or behind or ahead. The last couple minutes, I thought they really locked in on getting stops and finding ways to come down and execute and score. And, the last play that we ran for that three, everybody did their job completely. Without any piece of that, we don't get that open look. And obviously, Deja knocks it down. And I thought after that, we had a lot of momentum. And being the third game in 3 days, I thought both teams probably were a little fatigued. And once that happened, I think our team could have went and ran a marathon. They were so energized. And it just really, I thought, breathed new life into us. And we went out in overtime and just, I thought, played, I don't want to say harder, but like we played defense the way, we want to play all the time. And that last 5 minutes, they really locked in and did a great job.
you talk about executing that play there with Deja. I mean, you guys work on that all the time in practice. How nice was it to see something like that come to life in such a crucial moment?
It was fantastic. In all 3 games this weekend, we had opportunities like that to execute something at the end of the game. And same thing yesterday. I thought our team did a phenomenal job of executing. And we talk to them all the time about when we work on that in practice, it's got to be precise, because in a game you may or may not have a timeout, and you have to be able to call something and do your job to get the shot that you want. And I think our team, being a little bit veteran, has helped too. Some of the stuff isn't new to the players. It's stuff we've ran in the past, or maybe ran in the summer. But yeah, this weekend I thought we got an opportunity to work on a lot of end of the game situations. It's funny, like last year we had none. I swear we hardly had any like this. And then early in our season we've had a ton, which has been exciting, I think, for fans to watch. It's exciting to be a part of.
It looked like at the end there you were trying to take a timeout and then didn't. It looked like almost like you were trying to call time, maybe try and call something different.
Yeah, when Kylie was trapped there, I was screaming timeout, but the officials really trying to make sure in the play, if it's a jump ball, a foul, and I know they're looking at that closely, and maybe I need to get the baseline officials' attention. I asked one of the officials, is there something I can do better to try to make sure we get that and we don't lose possession of the ball? I think maybe hand signaling more aggressively, I guess, or maybe trying to get another official's attention, because I understand in the moment they're trying to officiate that play. There's a lot going on, but we were trying to get that timeout before that jump ball to give them the ball back.
Okay. Just how big was it, in those last 5 minutes, just to try and get stops? It was solid defense, but to try and get as many stops as you could.
Yeah, we were really just focused on their guard that had such an incredible game. We were trying to make everything hard for her, and she can make like shots that you just kind of shake your head at, like, wow. And so we were just trying to make everything difficult. Anytime she put it on the floor, we wanted her to see 2 of us. We were just really trying to get it out of her hands, because she's somebody that, in those big moments, she hits those shots. And I thought our team was really locked in on that and rebounded well in overtime. And both teams were in the bonus, so we did a great job of not fouling and giving away free points at the line.
Just, another come from behind win. I know we talked about yesterday, you don't want to be obviously down and coming from behind, but what do you think your team learned again today? 3 close games, but 2 come from behind.
I think just we need to learn to put it all together for 4 quarters. We kind of have highs and lows right now. We're giving away too many possessions with turning the ball over, and they're unforced turnovers, like a moving screen, or we're playing soft with the ball and somebody takes it out of our hands, maybe forcing things on offense. And Kylie mentioned execution, and I think that's something we need to grow in and continue to play to our strengths individually within our system. Sometimes when our players try to break it and maybe do too much, we get ourselves in trouble, and we get turnovers that, we don't even get a chance to score. So today we had half as many assists as turnovers, and that's something like you can't do that and expect to win consistently. But I did tell our fans that said the same thing. I was like, you guys pay good money for season tickets. You don't want to just come in and watch us blow people out, do you? Right? Like, you want excitement, you want a good game. So, part of that, we're just trying to, entertain the people that come out.
Yeah, no, the crowd looked very, very energized out there when Deja hit that ball.
Yeah, and our crowds all weekend were phenomenal. And I'll tell you, our team feeds off that energy. When she hit that shot, it was loud, and I thought it really helped our team, propel into overtime.
And just being able to stop their biggest, Carmilli, is that how you say your last name, I think? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You guys pretty much shut her down there in overtime. How big was that? She was a target, I feel like, on you guys.
Yeah, it was huge. She's somebody that's capable in a 5-minute game to outscore your team. She's very, very talented and really good with the ball in her hands. And I thought, we did an amazing job of having her see 2 defenders every time she touched it. And we were trying to get it out of her hands, or if she shot it, make it a really hard shot. And I thought, we were really locked in on that she was the one that was really hurting us. And, when you play a great player like that, your goal is kind of, you want them to take more shots than points that they have. And she was really close in that. She had more points than shots. So I think that, especially early in the first quarter, we could have done a little better job on her. But as we settled in, I thought we did make it pretty tough for her.
Just getting to the free throw line, you guys had some really crucial big free throws.
Mm-hmm.
How do you hope, they look at that and say, okay, we got to replicate this again, just like
yeah.
everything else, but replicate the good.
Yeah, and we haven't been doing a good job of that. At halftime we talked about like playing stronger with the ball and playing with better balance when we were driving, because you get in there and you're off balance, it doesn't look like you're getting fouled. It looks like you're just not on balance. And so we talked about playing with better balance and ball security at halftime. And I thought in the second half we really drove with purpose and were on balance, and we were able to draw some hand check stuff that we weren't getting in the first half because of the way that we kind of adjusted with how we were driving and just playing with the ball in our hands.